I'm really loving pastel makeup at the moment, and I particularly like using a pop of pastel colour in the inner corner of my eye. If you'd like to see how I did this look, please keep watching. As you can see, I've already applied my foundation and my eyebrows. Now I'm going to start to work on my eyes. I'm starting with a very small amount of eye primer. And I'll put this from lash line to brow bone. I've recently rediscovered a love for the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, but you can use any white eyeliner. And I'm just going to apply this all over my lid, blend it up a little bit to help make the colours pop. I'm going to be doing quite a lot of crease work today, and I want to make sure that it blends out beautifully, so I'm going to begin by applying a flesh-coloured matte eyeshadow from my brow bone all the way down to where I want my crease to blend out. Okay, the next step, I'm going to take a slightly darker than my skin tone taupe colour. I'm going to run that on the outer half of my crease on both sides. I'm going to be using a fairly large fluffy brush because I do want to diffuse the edges of this colour. If I do start to get any harsh edges, I'll just take the brush I use to apply my brow bone highlight and I'll use that to buff it out. I do want to keep this colour on the outer half of my eyes. I don't want to bring it to the inner half of my eyes because I'm going to be using quite a bright pastel colour there, and I don't want to muddy that colour with a taupe. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. I'm going to take a matte pastel purple now on a slightly denser brush, and I'm just going to buff that into the inner half of my crease and up towards my eyebrow. You'll find that with pastel colours, sometimes it takes a little while to build the colour up. They can err on the side of being sheer. So the trick is to find a good formula that will build up nicely without starting to look too chalky. I'm going to wipe that same brush off and then use it to apply a slightly darker brown into the outer half of my crease, just to deepen it up slightly. For this look, I really do want my eyelids to be bright and shiny and really draw some attention. So I'm actually going to apply a little bit more of that white pencil onto my eyelid before I pop the shadow on, to really make sure that the colours show up true to pan. I've got a beautiful duochrome white pigment. It has a blue reflect in it, and I'm going to use that in the inner corner of my eyes to around about 1/3 of the way across on my eyelid. I'm going to finish my eyelids by doing the outer 2/3 in a slightly yellow based colour that is still very close to my natural skin tone. Before I put mascara on, I'm just going to run a little bit of eyeshadow under my eyes and then powder my face. I'm just going to take that pale taupe and run that under the outer 2/3. Okay, I've had my foundation on for a while. Now that it's had time to settle into my skin, I'm just going to buff in any creasing and help to remove any excess. And then I'm going to pop a little bit of powder on. I like to use a very light powder with a little bit of luminosity to the finish. I do prefer a dewy finish to my skin, partly because I think I have intrinsically dry skin. But if you find that your skin is more on the oily side, you obviously need to choose a foundation and powder that works well for you. I'm going to finish off the eye look with a coat of mascara. I'm using a waterproof mascara again because it's a really hot day in summer, but you use whatever works for you. I'm going to finish my face with a pop of a candy pink on the apples of my cheeks. I'm using quite a large brush to apply this because I don't want too much of a concentrated colour. I do want it a bit more diffused. finished the look with a bright pink lip. I've tried to keep the colour concentrated as much as possible to the centre of my lip and keep my lip line quite soft and diffused. It's a nice way to incorporate some colours into your face without looking too crazy. And I hope you've enjoyed this look. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!